Hello and welcome everyone to another StarCraft 2 England cast. Today I have got another game between AcerNerchio and ESCmonchi. ESCmonchi is the green Protoss in the bottom right and Nerchio is the red Zerg in the top left. It is Dream Ultra and this is game 3 of a best of 5 from Antec Attack number 15. If you haven't watched game 1 and 2, go and check them out. I'll try and remember to put annotations up in the top left here so you can just click to them quickly, but make sure you do, because otherwise you're going to have it spoiled by me right now. But I'm assuming everyone who hasn't watched game 1 and 2 is now gone. So currently we are 2-0 up in favour of Monchi. So if Monchi wins this game, he will go ahead and win the entire Antec Attack tournament and be the proud owner of 125 more euros than he had before. AcerNerchio doesn't matter too much, he still gets 75 euros for getting second place, so that's always a nice consolation. And it is a loser's map pick, so Nerchio has picked Dream, which isn't too bad. I believe it's forced cross spawns, the GSL version, so I think it's forced cross spawns. Although I can't remember completely, which is really bad, because as I've mentioned in the other two videos, I cast this live 6:30 PM UK time every Wednesday night on the ESCmonchi stream of the Antec Attack, so check it out. Now Monchi taking this gateway pretty early, surprised he isn't Forge fast expanding, because this map is so huge, any rush just wouldn't get there in time. Nerchio getting a 14 spawning pool, though fairly standard, these overlords just spreading out, gonna go and see everything. This drone is going over to the corner, so obviously it's not forced cross spawns, Nerchio wouldn't make a mistake like that. It's Nerchio. Monchi as well is gonna look, now these two workers will see each other, and that should give away to the other person exactly which positions they're both in. They're in cross spawn, but will anyone notice? No. Nerchio does though. Well done, Nerchio. He did notice, which to put a little bit of attention here. Monchi getting up his first gas. No gas out yet for Nerchio. Now the big downside of this map for Nerchio, which is why I'm surprised he picked it, are these rocks. They are horrible. As a Zerg player, they stop you getting your third for so long, because rocks have 3 armor. Zerglings do 5 attack per hit, and that means they do 2 damage per hit. So until roaches, those rocks are insanely slow to get out. The only other third base options are this one, which, well, that's not going to happen, is it? Or this one, which is your natural 4th position, which again is miles away. So it's a bit of a nightmare for Nerchio. Meanwhile, Monchi can take this base quite easy. He's already got a pylon there. Nerchio trying to block it off with that drone. Cybercore on the way for Monchi. And so is that second gas. Meanwhile, for Nerchio, he is just getting his own natural base now, which is a fairly standard timing. Warp Gate Tech is on the way out for Monchi, and he's also kind of boosting our Stalker, which is something he's done in all 3 games so far. He's just getting that Stalker over to the Zealot, and that is pretty fine. Here we go, a second pylon at the front of the base. I'm surprised Monchi hasn't yet taken his expansion, but not to worry too much. He's just getting up some more units. He doesn't have to worry too much either, because Nerchio can't take a third super quick, so if his own natural is a bit delayed, it's fine, because he'll still be on equal basis with Nerchio for quite a while. Now, what is Nerchio going to do? Well, he's just got that gas up. He's getting his first gas income now. Will it be for roaches? Probably. Will it be for Zergling speed? Almost certainly, but basically it's just 1 gas up to start trickling along the tech path route. 2 gases up for Monchi though, which so far haven't been used for anything. And Monchi has got enough gas, minerals rather, for a Nexus. There we go. This one Stalker tiptoeing his way forward. Would you say that's tiptoeing? Not really. He's more walking on stilts, which is quite fun. But no, that Queen, the Queen is off creep. He could take so much damage. Can just kite that Stalker. It's actually interesting. Yeah, Stalkers have range 6, so even after the new patch where Queens get range 5 on them ground attack, they still won't be able to do anything, but we will see the Stalker does manage to escape from the Zerglings. I missed it on a camera there, but there was a bit of shenanigans going on, and the Stalker nearly got taken out. And now here we go, exactly as I was saying earlier, this is how slow rocks are taken out. I'm just going to sit here for a minute. Just look at that. Look at all of those Zerglings munching, 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 and just look at how slowly those rocks die. It is a nightmare. But switching back to something more interesting than watching rocks get attacked, a Forge Gateway and a Nexus all down at the front of Monchi's base. He's got great defense position. He's got those 2 sentries out, a third one on the way. He's going to be fine. Kind of boosting out probes, because probes are cool. Meanwhile, Nerchio, he is just getting drone after drone after drone after drone. He's also still trying to kill these rocks. They're nearly there. Go on, Nerchio. This is grit and determination. You're on the home stretch. There's only 150 HP, 100 HP, any second. Little drone, you're about to become a building. When I grow up, I want to be a hatchery. And he does become a hatchery, or at least he's going to. Because it doesn't look like Monchi's in a position to go and kill him yet. Monchi, though, he is just kind of boosting out probes. He's getting his economy, he's getting his +1 ground attack, he's getting a cannon at the front, and he's got a lot of sentries. He is safe, he's playing defensively, and these Zerglings, they're going to do nothing at all. Meanwhile, there on the way out, a second gas is coming down. We'll probably see the third and fourth gas relatively shortly from Nerchio, who has uncharacteristically got himself supply blocked. Only temporarily, but still a bit surprising. 39 to 37 probes, so very, very even work account. Won't last though once that third base is up. Now Nerchio doing a quick run by with these links, checking to make sure no third base, as I thought. That's good, and just gets a quick count on what's here. Did see obviously the sentry numbers, which is essential because that just means that he knows, well, there's a lot of sentries, which probably means that he's playing more defensively. Although it could mean a lot of gateways coming out. But because he couldn't get in the base, he's building 3 spines all at once, because that is still actually quite a few units. But interestingly, it doesn't actually look like Monchi has anything other than 1 gate. Unless I'm being blind. He has literally just got 1 gate, he's just been using it constantly. +1 ground attack coming out. Now, the other thing scaring Nerchio is the fact that this is getting chrono boosted. +1 ground attack being chrono boosted out suggests a lot of gateway pressure about to be coming in quickly. So now a 4th spine crawler on the way, but those spines won't be able to defend this 3rd base. So that little drone he wanted to become a hatchery could die as a hatchery, but at least he became a hatchery first, so his dream came true first. Now, the spike on its way down here for Nerchio, so that could be a saving grace. If it wasn't for the fact that Monchi has no robotics facility yet, and therefore no robotics bay, and therefore no colossi for a long, long time. So that spire would only really be good for muters. Muters are actually quite a good choice on this map because they're very mobile and they can just get around. And actually that makes sense for all of Nerchio's play. He's getting these extra spines up to be defensive because obviously the downside to muters is the Protoss player can just be like, well, I'm just gonna go and kill you. And muters don't do well in that situation. So the spines, obviously just buying Nerchio time, I almost guarantee muters will come out now. And it all makes sense in my head. A lot of Zerglings though are going to try and get a run by, but the wall-off is completed by another pylon. Meanwhile, it looks like Monchi is just going to start marching his way across the map. These Zerglings are going to try and do some damage, but it will force back all of Monchi's army. 9 muters are on the way out. 1 sentry does get picked off. Some good force fields there. Although, with that extra, I'm not quite sure if it was cost-effectively worth it, except nearly, well, probably about 4 times as many minerals lost there. For Nerchio, more resources rather. 10 muters are on the way, a lot of spines, but the concern I'm seeing is, hang on, there's nothing here. So if I was Monchi, I'd just march my way up and around and deal damage, and then I'd be happy. Because I picked off the Zerg's 3rd base. But no, still, Monchi is just happy going along. There's some more muters coming out, 2 more actually in production, and it looks like these muters are going to start doing some damage now. They're not, what are they hockeyed to? They're hockeyed to 4 for some reason, so it's a bit surprising he doesn't have those muters on their own hotkey, because really what he needs to be doing, Nerchio needs to be attacking these probes, he needs to be attacking these probes, he needs to be harassing the hell out of Monchi, but Monchi just chooses to go for a great blink up onto the high ground, takes him out of the range of everything apart from 1 little spine. A lot of sentries getting caught out there, and so these sentries are going to get focused down by the muters, but the stalkers blink back to try and pick them off. And this is exactly what I was saying. If the Protoss player decides to just come and kill you, then you have some big problems. But what Monchi needs to do is just get another nice blink up here and it'll be fine. Or just go and attack the 3rd base, the completely exposed 3rd base. It's up to you, Monchi, but personally, this base here has got a big bullseye on it. Go and kill it. But no, he's going to blink up. He gets 1 stalker up. There goes the rest. And now some good force fields come down. The final sentry does get taken out by the spine though, which is less than ideal. Some drones getting moved away because really there's not much Nerchio can do about this. He's got a lot of mutalisks in there though, but there's so many stalkers. They're getting resupplied from down at this pylon, so really the reinforcements coming in so quickly for Monchi. And Monchi's just in a running spot, he's staying on 2 base, he can smell blood in the water and is just going to go for it. And that is exactly what he's doing, because if he wins this game, he wins the Antec Attack tournament of the week and will get himself 125 euros. So who can blame him? He's going for it, the drone's even being brought in, which is never a good sign. And really this is all over now for Nerchio. It was a nice try with the mutalisks, but obviously the downside is if the Protoss decides to just come and kill you, which is exactly what Monchi chose to do. And really, if this sort of supply, half the supply, there's nothing he can do. And well, Nerchio is saying something in the chat. Apparently he's only at half skill, so I'm not quite sure what that was about, but yeah, that means that Monchi takes this best of 5 3-0 and is the happy owner of 125 more euros, but Nerchio still gets 75, so not a bad evening's work for Nerchio either. Thank you very much for watching. If you did enjoy, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my YouTube, and follow me on Twitter, which is at SC2_England. Thank you very much for watching, and tune in again. Bye for now.